everybody, this is Kathleen Baber with Apricot Tree Planting, and I'm coming at you today with a plan with me for the week of May 7th through 13th. Oh, we got a little stray piece of washi there. This was last week's spread. This was a printable from Paper Crown Planning. Crown Paper Planning? Something like that. Anyway, I have loved it. I didn't use my to-do list a ton, but I really did love referring back to it quite a bit last week. So this week, the biggie is Mother's Day. And I chose a kit that kind of, when I was looking for inspiration for Mother's Day, kind of just like, oh, that's exactly it. And so even though I didn't market it as a Mother's Day kit, it was the thing that when I was inspired, I thought, oh, this is my Mother's Day kit. So I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it will here as I kind of talk through. So I'm using the Raggedy Ann kit from my shop. And the quote box says, I'm just a Raggedy Ann in a Barbie doll world. And I'll explain that a little more later. And these are the little appointment boxes and such. And then bottom washi and checkmark flags and all these cute ones here. So it's got kind of a cute little red and blue and yellow theme to it. And that's that. And then I'm also going to use the deluxe part of the kit, which are the date covers, the time corners, and we've got some optional headers here and some little appointment boxes. I don't really use the littles, but I like this portion of the page very much. So, sorry, my husband and my dog are around and about, so hopefully you won't hear them too much. So I'm going to try to chat through this, and I probably won't describe too much about what I'm doing, but I wanted to explain a little more about this kit and why I thought it was so cute. So I'm going to put a little bit of bottom washi, a little bit of extra washi here on the bottom, just to get rid of all this blue, because I have the seasonal Happy Planner, and some months it has a lot more color to it than others. And sometimes that kind of interferes. I'm actually thinking about next year kind of going with the neutral one. Oh, sorry. You can really hear my husband trying to call the dog in. So, I'm going to put down this red gingham, and then I'm going to put the bottom washi that came with the kit. I probably should have whited it out. Oh no, sorry. You can really hear the screaming dog. There we go. So, a couple months ago, when I was thinking about what to do for a Mother's Day kit, I had a couple of ideas going through my mind. I think moms always love flowers for Mother's Day, and it's certainly, being in May, we think about our gardens and flowers and stuff a lot. And so I thought, oh, I could do some lace and some flowers and make it really girly and stuff. And then I was like, then it's going to be more like a wedding thing and not so much a Mother's Day thing. So I wasn't really sold on that. And then later I came up with an idea that I really like, and I think I will definitely use it next year. But I didn't go with it because right about the same time that I came up with that, I went to a women's conference at church. And I think I talked about this a little bit in the new release when I did released this kit. Anyway, it was a really fun day, and we learned some good things, and it was, you know, just uplifting and made you feel good. But the whole thing was, you know, about feeling God's love even on your raggedy days, and realizing that you are pretty darn awesome even on days that you feel pretty darn bad. And so, and I'm just going to follow my normal routine, guys. I'm going to put the to-do headers, the to-do boxes, one of the alternate headers probably here. I don't know if I want the alternate or the regular, and then the full boxes, and then this will be when we get into the planning of the week. So, like I was saying, the whole theme of the conference was that, you know, we do, it was Raggedy Ann, and they had decorated the place with all these Raggedy Anns, and they came from this one sister who, she collects them, and she has a huge collection. She had 80 of them there for decoration, and then the others were just half of, and that was only like half of what she had at home. But they asked her to speak about why Raggedy Anns were so personal to her, and she held up a plaque, and it had that saying on it, "I'm just a Raggedy Ann in a Barbie doll world." And we all laughed, but then she went on to explain why that wasn't a bad thing. You know, it's not a put down on whether you're a fashion girl or not. It's just about kind of how you view yourself with your imperfections. And so she talked about that Raggedy Ann doesn't have fabulous posture. You know, she doesn't stand up real straight and perky like Barbie does, but she is cuddly and warm, and you want to embrace a Raggedy Ann doll. She doesn't have a perfect complexion. She has freckles, but she always has a smile on her face. And excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat. And then she talked about, you know, that she doesn't have a fashionable wardrobe, but she does wear an apron and sensible shoes because Raggedy Ann is ready to work. And she has a heart. If you ever have undressed Raggedy Ann, you'll know that that heart is just stamped right on her chest, and it says, "I love you." And so that's better than all the haute couture that you could ever want to have. And I think there were probably a couple other things that she mentioned, but, you know, the point was that Barbie is an ideal that a lot of us see in magazines and in media, and, you know, I will say even here in the planner world, we see a lot of, like, I look at some videos and girls whose nails look terrible. Mine look really bad right now, but guess what? I washed these suckers like 3 or 4 times yesterday and tried to dig out all the dirt. But yesterday I gardened with my husband, and so yeah, my nails look terrible. My hands feel rough. They were aching from needing lots of lotion last night because I tried to scrub them, and I even didn't do this video last night just because I thought, oh, it's just awful for me to try to plan or to do a video with my nails looking so awful. And I thought, you know, that's kind of against my whole message of you know, don't worry about this stuff, because my hands did something great. I got to plant flowers, and I got to start my little fairy garden, which I'm super excited to watch they grow and fill out and get new things for and everything. So, you know, it's a lesson I have to learn over and over again, that some of the outward appearance stuff we get a little caught up in. And even like with our planners, we worry about whether it looks perfect instead of, you know, recognizing it for what it is, a very useful tool that should make us feel calm and like we have stuff handled and not freaking out that we don't know what we're doing. You know, So, you know, I've seen people like stop planning because they didn't have time to make it all decorative and pretty. And I think that's so sad. So I think even this Barbie doll Raggedy Ann metaphor can work for planners as well. You know, it doesn't have to be gorgeous. It just has to be useful. So use up your extras. Use up your washi tape. Use whatever you have. Write on the pages. It's not required that you write on a label. Anyway, I'm preaching here, and I don't mean to be, but I mean to be. So, anyhow, that is how Raggedy Ann got to be my kind of theme for this Mother's Day, was just kind of that acknowledgement and pat on the back that, you know what, it's going pretty darn well. Let's not beat ourselves up. And I have, in the last year or so, really been trying to focus on taking a little bit better care of myself. I used to only just wear makeup like on Sunday, and I'm trying to like say, okay, I am leaving the house today, and I am going to wear makeup. Even doing my hair a little more often, or even wearing my hair down a little more often. These are kind of tiny things, but considering how much I haven't been doing it in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years as a mom, as a very busy mom, it feels kind of good. So I am recognizing more of the value of taking care of me. So don't think that I'm anti-Barbie, because there are parts of Barbie I really like and I admire. And I'm not anti-girls who are into fashion or doing their nails, although I do. There's a couple of planners that I can't watch because their nails just creep me out. They're an odd shape to me. They are just way too bedazzly to me. Ugh. I like their spreads. I just can't watch them fight their nails to put stickers on. And I hope that doesn't offend anyone, because honestly, to each their own, but that just is like yuck to me. All right. I'm only going to use this one and what's in the kit as far as flags. So I've got these 4, and then I'm going to supplement with maybe like 2 of these and make my little weekend banner there. So I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of start in the middle and work my way out. And this weekend banner has some cute little bunting to it already. So I think that'll be really cute. And I need some scissors. Here we go. So this week is a little crazy, like especially in the evenings. The days are not too bad, but the evenings are like something every night. And I usually like having 1 or 2 nights a week where I don't have to go anywhere. And that's not happening this week. Okay, so I'm going to shorten this guy, just so they're kind of, well, it'd be great if I did that straight. Okay. And then let me do this light blue one. Just go a little bit shorter. I don't want it to be the same length. I don't want to create like a pyramid. And that's exactly what I just did. And it's crooked. So, school is getting out soon for my daughter. She's got her last week of college classes this week. And then the next week, she just has a little bit to finish up in her high school classes, but no exams. So she is going to be done, I think, like by Tuesday or so of next week. that crazy or what? And that's really early. Maybe even too early. Not sure I'm ready for her to be home. Not that she is hard to have around. It's just thinking, wow, I'm so not ready for her senior year to start. Okay, I did this kind of wrong because I'm going to have a light one and a light one together. Maybe I can move this orange, red. There we go. See if I can pull him up. There we go. Put him here. And then I could put this one here. Okay, I think that looks random enough. And then let's do a weekend banner. So last week I filmed, and I actually even filmed my monthly setup, or, you know, just doing a monthly kit of printables. But I still might get it edited and put up. I'm not 100% sure, so hopefully you'll see it, but editing just is not something I enjoy, and I really struggle because I don't mind filming, but I really hate editing. Oh, I was thinking about doing these date covers because I really like that cute little pattern. But I can tell you one thing that really bothers me is that in Happy Planners, this dimension to cover the dates changes. If I did the red, or I could do one of the ultra, I've got extra headers. I could do these little headers up there. That'd cover the day. That wouldn't be bad. Do I want to cover it that way, or do I want to cover it with the blue? I think the yellow. Okay, let's do that. I never do date covers very often, but sometimes it's just a special week. So I already got my Mother's Day gift, so I'm not really all that excited about, you know, Sunday itself. And what I got was, I got a bird bath for my fairy garden. When we were out shopping yesterday for flowers, I found one at Lowe's, actually, that I really liked. I actually found two I really liked. And my husband liked one more than the other. And I thought the other one would match my fairy garden theme a little better, but he was kind of a turkey, and he wasn't terribly apologetic about, you know, kind of hijacking my Mother's Day gift. So we'll see. I might have to get myself something else to make up for the fact that he got his favorite and not my favorite when I voiced what my preference was. But I do like it. It's still really cute. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I liked the other one better. And the turkey didn't buy the other one. So are you guys, those of you guys who are moms or even kids, do you think it's good or bad to buy the practical gifts for mom for Mother's Day? Because my other thing on my wish list was an Instapot, which I know some people would be really offended if they were given an Instapot. One year my husband gave me a vacuum for Christmas, and I didn't even mind. It was a nice vacuum, and he uses it more than I do. what's to be upset about, right? So anyway, it's kind of funny to me. I don't get upset about practical gifts. Although I will tell you, okay, you'd probably be mortified if you knew I was sharing this. But so he gave me the vacuum the one Christmas. And like I said, it was a nice vacuum. It wasn't a Dyson, but it was still a nice vacuum. And it's still running great and everything. It was a Shark. And I kind of got the spacing off there. Anyway, let's see. 7. So then the next year, we didn't do a ton of presents because we just didn't, it was just a tight year. And so we said, okay, we're not going to do a ton of presents. And so when he had this one, it was kind of heavy. And I was like, wow. Because I'm usually, so here's the funny part too. Is when we set a budget and stuff on what we're going to spend on each other, I would rather have a bunch of small things that are nice enough, than a ton of little things. And so that's how I shop for him. I will buy him, if you have $100, I would rather buy like 5 gifts and have one be like $50 and the others be small things so that you have multiple things to open. And he's the opposite. He would rather buy one nice thing for $100. And so sometimes that leads to some disappointment on my end because I have one thing to open and he's opening multiple gifts. So this one year, the year after he got me the vacuum, he got me this package, and it was nice and heavy and all, and I was like, ooh, what can this be? All excited. And it was a shower head. A shower head, people. I was like, what the heck? And my sister and her family were over at the time that we were opening these, and we just laughed our heads off for the longest while because it was such an odd gift. I'm like, okay, this is a step too far as far as home maintenance and stuff. I just, I don't get it. I really, really don't. And he was so baffled. He's like, what's wrong with the shower head? And we were just laughing so hard that we couldn't even tell him what was wrong with the shower head. And so anyway, it was quite funny. At least we thought so. I think his feelings were a little hurt that I was less than appreciative. I mean, it was a nice shower head, don't get me wrong. I just wasn't expecting a shower head. So, let's see. What do I want to do? I was kind of thinking about maybe alternating these. I think I will. Just because we're kind of partway through the week. And I don't mind this header so much. I don't think I'm going to worry about putting down, well, I still could put down today header still clear cross. That's fine. I haven't changed it up in a while, and I think it'll be good. I think my biggie is just having the to-dos in the same spot, but I think I'm going to like this. It's good to have change. So here we go. These two guys with their little chairs on the same row. So anyway, that's my funny story and my husband's ability to choose gifts. Which is why I do most of the shopping for myself. So, I hope you guys end up with a great Mother's Day. This will probably go up after Mother's Day or maybe the day before. I'm not sure. Again, it depends on if I end up editing those other videos and making them work. I don't know. I kind of just like this tan. It really is almost an exact match to that one. So I think I'm just going to leave it. Thank you, Happy Planner, for matching my kit this week. Alrighty, so let's see. Let's make this this week here. And so it's finally gotten nice and warm here. Like I said, we're finally getting to garden. It's been really nice. Like last 2 nights we haven't had the windows open, but over the weekend we had our windows open and it was actually warm, like borderline uncomfortable warm. And let's see. I'll just put one more of these. I don't really use the habit trackers, so I think I might just leave this here as a little spot to put some deco at the end. So let's see how it goes. All right, so like I said, today's Tuesday, or did I say that before? Today's Tuesday, and so yesterday I should have worked, but I did not work. Instead, we went flower shopping. My husband was really excited to go and buy things for the pots that we have on our front patio and all, but then it kind of morphed into starting my fairy garden in the spot that I've been saying is going to be my fairy garden. And we took my mom with us, which was nice, but it usually makes things go a little slower because she likes to look at everything. And at Lowe's, oh my gosh, it was like, so she has some difficulties walking these days. And so she walks with a cane because she needs a hip replacement, but she's afraid to get a hip replacement. So she's in the little zippy cart, but I cannot seem to make this be straight. And their little rows were just so terrible. There we go. So anyway, even though my intention was to work, I ended up taking a day off, which was kind of nice. So I feel a little more even excited today to get some things done. So I think we all need those sharpen the saw days. So this was gardening. Garden, shopping, and planting. So when we got home, we got everything in the planted up. It used to be when I would go to Lowe's, you could still buy things in flats, you know, like a flat of petunias and a flat of this and that. They had everything in little pots, and it makes it so much more expensive that way. So we ended up going to another little garden center where I could buy a flat of flowers for 20 bucks rather than buying little 4-inch pots for $3 and $4. You know, they give me one plant. I like the little 6-packs or the 4-packs. I did buy some of those at Lowe's, but I don't know. It felt really disorganized, and I was really kind of mad at myself for not going to the garden center I wanted to in the first place and going to Lowe's, because there were a couple things that we needed there for the garden regardless. And it is where I got my cute little bird bath. Okay, so today got a couple things. Let's see. Let's do a red. This is going to represent kind of my work stuff. And then in the afternoon, have a doctor's appointment. I think I'm going to use this little guy. And then Wednesday, going to be working. And then in the evening we have the spring band concert. Makes me kind of sad. It's almost over, this year is. And then Thursday, oh my goodness, number one priority is I have to be bookkeeper on Thursday. So I'm going to make that my big one there. And then anything else that I get done past that is gravy. So I'll put a red for other work. Oh wait, and then what do I have Thursday evening? Oh, okay. I remember. I think I'm just going to put a button for that because I'm not 100% sure. One thing I really love about this cute little kit was I've tried to include either just a little circle that you can use for a little bullet point, or a small flower, or some little small motif in each of the kits. This one's a button. Just something to mark down. So I think that one's darling. Okay. I just have a really hard time when there's open space left on a sticker sheet. I just feel like if I have to print that sheet anyway, you should get as many stickers crunched into the space as possible. And then Friday will be work again. And then in the evening, I'm not sure what time I'm helping with this. We have our band Rockathon, and the kids sit in a rocker and rock all night. And it's kind of cute. So I'm going to just put it down and then find out what my shift is. I think that's one thing I have to put down on my to-do list is I'm going to run a little bingo game. That should be fun. I just don't know if I'm going to be doing that in the middle of the night or earlier in the evening. So Saturday might just be a big recovery day, but I do need to do some house stuff. So even if I don't get to do work-related things, I need to do a bless the mess bit. Have you guys ever done the Fly Lady? My sister introduced me to her blog and her book and stuff a couple years ago. And I want to get back to really using her system. That's kind of where I got the bless the mess thing, because she talks about blessing your house with cleaning it. And she has some really cute little acronyms, like chaos is can't have anyone over. Something like that. But she talks about eliminating that so that you can have people in your house at any time without a panic attack. The house is too gross. So I think I'm going to leave. That one just looks really crooked, but I'm going to leave it alone. And then Sunday is Mother's Day and church. And I'm not sure if I've got something going on with my siblings for our mom or not, but I'm just going to do that for right now. I might pull out one of my Mambi stickers that says Happy Mother's Day for there. And I'll put in sometimes I have a meeting. I should have a meeting on that Sunday, but I'm not sure if it'll get canceled due to Mother's Day because, you know, it's a really family day. So I think I'll just put church there, and then I'll put Happy Mother's Day. And then if we do something with the family, I'll put it there. So let me, oh, I've got this cute little banner. That'll be darling. So let me put that down. And then I'll put the Happy Mother's Day on there. And let me see. I always have these books. Sorry, squeaky chair. see both of these student ones have the holidays in them. Yes. But I think I took the Happy Mother's Day off of that one. Yeah, I did. Okay, so not in that one. If you're new to planning, these little books are awesome. Let's see. Mother's Day, there we go. They give you just a ton of stickers, and there are so many planners out there who just use these and like maybe supplement with some washi tape, and you have beautiful, beautiful spreads without having to buy kits. So don't feel overwhelmed with needing kits. There. Okay, kind of just layered that over that. Alrighty, I'm gonna do a little bit of writing here. Definitely gonna put some of these little guys. I really I love mason jars. So I think I'm gonna put a mason jar here. And this little spool. Thread. Kind of angle that. There. And then I like these little thin things to use as little dividers. Just these little squishes. They are fun. And then there's some bigger buttons and such that I can use around. Kind of some of the appointment boxes just in a corner because they are cute. Okay, so here's another thing that I've really come to love when I do mock-ups. So I'm going to do this on this guy. And that's to put these little flags on. I'm kind of covering that up a little bit. But then I use the time corner. If I can find the time corner. There we go. And they fit so nice like that. And they just give even more of that little pop. So then like this one, I'll do a light colored guy because that is at 7, but we're probably going to have to be there like at 6 if we're going to get a decent seat. I think I'll just go ahead and put 6 on there. There we go. And then Thursday, let's see, I'll do a blue one. This is at 7. No, wait a minute. That was work. Okay. Never mind, I'm not going to put anything there. And then that one I don't need to either. Okay. Because that one I don't know the time. But look how cute that looks. I love that. Alright. I'm going to write things in speedy form. And I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, there we go. I've been using this liquid flare the paper mate the last couple weeks, and I really like it. It's nice and dark like a flare pen is, but the nib is just a little more rigid, and so it's a little easier for me. So that's everything. I still have a ton left in this kit. Definitely could be used again and again. So I love it when there's a lot of leftovers because I like to use them in my bullet journal, where I don't do quite as much decorating, but it's still really, it's fun to be able to have the labels and such. I hope you like this one. I hope you like the meaning behind it, why it inspired me, and I hope that, you know, that I'm not the only one who identifies with Raggedy Ann more than I identify with Barbie doll. Poor Barbie, I'm not knocking her. She's awesome. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you'll like and subscribe and come check out my Etsy store, Apricot Tree Planting. I've got lots of new releases out there right now, and I'm just super excited that it's finally the summertime. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.